Hey boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. We are playing NFL 2K23. So I just recently got this game and was really wanting to do a rebuild for all of the teams in the NFL. And we're going to start with the Chicago Bears. We're going to start with the worst teams and kind of work our way through. Now, what we're doing on this right here, what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on rebuilding these teams for 5 years and see if I can take them and actually make them somewhat competitive in 5 years. Going to spend some money, going to do things a little bit not normal maybe to try to bring a championship to each one of these teams in the NFL. This is something I've been wanting to do. I've done this on a few times on 2K22, but since I got the new game, I thought I would try it here. And let's just see what we can do. Now, what I've done, I have went in and I have, as you see, this right here is the very beginning of this current season that we're in. Now, what I did, I pulled up the Chicago Bears' their schedule, and their win-loss record at the end of this season is going to be exactly like it is in real life. I've forced the wins and forced the losses. So this right here is actually not going to be the very first, I guess you would say, season. We're just going to start basically in the off season and see where we can go from there, if that makes sense. And I'm going to do that with each team, and we'll talk through all of this and see what we can do. I've actually got the actual draft class for this coming up season loaded in, so this is going to be realistic. And the Bears will finish 3-13 just like they did in real life. And we should have the number 1 overall pick. Surely nobody's going to be as bad as that. And then we'll go from there and we'll play around with this. And hey, just let me know what you think about this. If this is something that you are interested in, we're going to stem straight to the playoffs because it doesn't really matter. Because this is something I think is fun to do. And yeah, just let me know down below what you think about it, who your favorite team is, and because we'll be getting to them pretty soon. I'd like to do this over the next maybe couple of months because football is, of course, fresh in our mind right now because of the NFL playoffs is right here on top of us. And again, I wanted to start with the absolute worst team in the NFL, which is the Chicago Bears. And just looking at their stats from last year during these games, man, it was not good. Let's see, they had Justin Fields' highest game was in week 13. He had 254 yards passing. And most of the time he was the leading rusher as well. The only other time during the season that he broke 200 yards was in week 5 against the Vikings. Man, this team is bad. I'm just wondering if we ought to trade Justin Fields and see if we can't get a pretty high pick for him and try to start over basically on this franchise. And you know what? I think that may be what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can't get it's going to have to be a high pick for him because he's still young and he's got quite a bit of trade value. And I may see if I can't move him this offseason and see if we can't start over fresh with a brand new quarterback. Hey, I like doing that in these rebuilds sometimes. And there you see, we finished 3-14. Ugh. That's not a... Wow, we're garbage. Which we already knew that. So let's look at the stats and see if... Yeah, Justin Fields, well, he only threw 9 interceptions. That's not bad. 3,600 yards. Rushing, David Montgomery, 995 yards. Justin Fields had 411 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. That's... Ugh. This is not good. When Byron Pringle is your leading receiver, you need some help. Chase Claypool doing absolutely nothing. Cole Kmet, I mean, he's a good tight end. But yeah, we're probably going to have to... We need everything. So it looks like we got a couple of players on defense that's halfway decent. 8.5 sacks. Yeah, interceptions. Oh, we got 4 from Nicholas Morrow, sorry. And if I mispronounce some of these names, I apologize. I'm not a Bears fan. I don't pay attention to them a whole lot. Yeah, we were 29th in the league in offense and 32nd in the league in defense. We need some changes. And I'm going to see if we can't. Yeah, I think I'm going to move on from Justin Fields. Let's go ahead and send him to the Super Bowl and see what we got going on here. All right, here we go. Let's see. See the recap. Wait, I think we've already looked at this. Yeah, Bryce Young, Rookie of the Year. Heck yes, that'll work. I'll take that. We need to, hopefully in this year, I would like to see something a little bit better than 6 wins going forward. So let's go ahead and get into the off season. Maybe we can do something a little different here in Chicago, because I know this is just the beginning of year 2, but let's see what we've got going on. Players ready to negotiate. No. You know what? I'm going to bring back Chase Claypool. I got $116 million in cap space. Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. We're going to sign some players. Yeah, all these guys that are, wait, he's 25 at an 82 overall. Yep. We will bring you back, Mr. Johnson. There we go. See if there's anybody else that... Mooney, I don't think I'm going to bring you back because you're wanting a little bit of money, and I've already got some other wideouts that are doing good stuff here. Let's bring back our kicker. Nope, you know what? Nope, we're not going to do that either. We're going to bring in another kicker. Okay, that's good. Let's get into free agency with almost $100 million to spend. And I'll tell you what, since I'm only playing 5 seasons, I'm going to spend some money. If possible. If anybody wants to come to Chicago. It's cold, I'm sure. Nick Bosa. He's got high interest in our team. You know what? Yes, we're going to make him a very player-friendly option. A 6-year, what's that, $239 million? Yeah, let's do that. Come on, Bosa. Why don't you come to Chicago? Heck yes, that's awesome. I'd like to have Rashawn Gary, but he doesn't. That's a big guy right there as a linebacker. 6'5", 277 as a linebacker. Good grief. He's expecting a $111 million contract, a 92 overall. You know what? Let's get Trayvon Diggs. Let's see if we can't sign him to a very... Boy, I'll tell you what, those 2 contracts between him and Bosa really lowered our money that we've got available to spend. Oh boy, we got Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert. Good grief. You know what? We always need a good defensive tackle. Let me see if I can't throw him some money. Yep. Just do the very player friendly. Maybe they'll decide that they want to come here. And there's a lot of good quarterbacks out there. Yeah, the thing is with this team, I need everything. Let's be honest. There's not a lot that I do not need. Bryce Hall is a superstar X factor. At 26 years old, and he wants to come. You know what? Yes. With that X factor, that's certainly going to help right there. Yeah, let's bring him in. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can't sign some of these guys. Hopefully all of them. You never know, though. Again, like I said, Chicago's not really the desired place to go, other than the big market. So let's see. Free agents. My signings. We saw, oh, yes, sir. Nick Bosa, Trayvon Diggs, Derek Brown, and Bryce Hall. We literally have signed 4 starters for our defense. That makes me very happy. I'm talking about very, very happy. I like that. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't. Let's see. We got $14 million in cash. You know what? I'm not going to push it. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. And we're going to advance this week. We're going to jump straight into the draft and see if we can't draft at least one player that's halfway decent. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Those starters that we signed on defense. That's definitely going to help us, because the thing is, it doesn't matter how many points we score if we can't stop anybody. So let's see. Again, we need pretty much everything. We don't have any linebackers. Okay, so it looks like linebackers is where we need to go. Yeah. Skip ahead to the next. Oh my! Let me pause this draft first. Let's see if anybody wants to. See if anybody offers me. See, I want players. No. I'm going to make this selection and we're going to shoot and see what happens. Of course, quarterbacks. Don't need that. I don't know if I want. Oh, great. 6'3", 240. Tevin McGee. Elite acceleration, solid agility, good change of direction, good jumping, great speed, great strength. Well, I see a lot of A's there. And we definitely need linebackers, as I've said, that we don't have any. So, you know what? Let's draft this guy. And of course, he's just normal development. Oh. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We'll wait and see how good he is overall. Whoa, what am I doing? Because again, he'll be a day one starter, no doubt. On the clock now, the Chicago Bears. Okay, let's make our selection. Maybe I can get another linebacker. Maybe I can get a good at wide receiver for the moment. Let's go over here and see about another outside linebacker. Bobby Bennett is a scheme fit. Let's see. He's strong, apparently. Great speed. 4.64. That's pretty dang good to be that big. A lot of A's. You know what? Let's go ahead and draft him. He's going to be our starting other linebacker, and then we'll just go from there. Hey, I like that. Hidden development in the second round, so that'll work for me. All right, let's draft one more, and then we'll let the computer finish out this mess and go from there. We're probably going to look at grabbing the best that we can. Let's see, he's a scheme fit. Always use good defensive players, no doubt about it. Yeah, no, that's not our guy. Don't need that. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna quit overthinking this. I'm just gonna see about the best guy on the You know what? Forget it. I'm just going to let the computer draft the rest of these. I don't even feel like looking through them. We got a little bit to go, and then... Oh, Shane, what are you doing? We'll see what we done as far as these draft grades and go from there. See if we may actually have drafted somebody pretty good. I know those two linebackers should be good. Again, like I said, they're going to be day one starters. I don't care if they're a 20 overall. They're better than nothing. So let's see, draft recap. Oh. So a 75, a 74, a 75 overall running back in the third round, 72 right end. We got a line. Okay. Look at there. We drafted a 71 overall wide receiver in the 7th round. Way to go, CPU. I'd say that's doing pretty dang good. I'm happy with that. And our 82 overall team is starting to take shape, I think. Let's look at our roster real quick. Of course, Bryce Young, Khalil Herbert. Look at there, that rookie that we just drafted has a player tag of day one starter, so he may actually move into the starting spot. All right, that'll be all right. We take our bumps when we've got rookies like this, but that's okay. That's okay. Our wide receivers, our tight ends are good. Looks like we've got some... Look at there. Our center that we drafted is going to be our day one starter. We've got a very young offensive line, other than Havenstein out here, and he's really good, so we're good there. We've got a lot of course, we signed Nick Bosa, which is huge. Our defense should be extremely improved. Of course, day one starter for our linebackers, because that's what we drafted them for. I'm excited about those two guys. All right, let's upgrade our players. Ooh, let's do this. Yep. Know about all that. Let's do some upgrades to Bryce Young here. Instead of just putting it all on the improviser thing, which is what the CPU would have done if we would have just let them do it. We're going to just try to mix it up a little bit here. Let's see what he gets for this strong arm. 1 awareness, 1 throw accuracy medium, 1 throw under pressure. That's all right. Awareness, there we go. Let's do 1 more of that. 85 overall, that'll work. I'll take that. You know what? We're going to set him as our captain too. Give him a little extra boost there. Let's see. I think I'm just going to let I'm going to just let the computer do the rest of that, just so we can get on with it. Advanced week. Well, let's look at we just looked at our roster, so we should be good to go. We're going to send straight to the playoffs and see what happens. Here we go. All right, here we go, and my goodness. 5-12. 32nd overall in offense. 23rd in defense. I mean, Bryce Young had yardage-wise, okay, we'll probably have to let Mr. Herbert go. That's all there is to it. I mean, our rookie got 11 touchdowns. We probably need to just put him in that role going forward. Big year from Juju. Mike Thomas had okay. Shepard okay. Claypool. Good grief. Very lackluster. Goodness gracious. Defense. Okay, our defense is getting better, it looks like. I mean, we had 17 and a half sacks from Nick Bosa. That was definitely an upgrade from anything else. But after that, everybody just nothing. Our middle linebacker there, Owen Popo, is actually doing really good. That's a really good season. I mean, we just didn't get, ugh. Gosh, what a stinker of a season that was. I'll tell you what, I think we're getting worse. Man. Let's send to the offseason and see what we can do next year. Goodness gracious. I really think we're going to have to make some big moves. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with Justin Fields, Bryce Young. Sorry, I forgot what quarterback we were playing with. Might have to stick with Bryce Young for at least one more season to see if he's going to be the guy. We've just got to improve around him. We don't have a lot of money going forward, and the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Great. Will Levis, rookie or MVP for the Commanders. There you go. Oh boy. Okay, so let's go into our next year, and this is starting year 3. Let's see if we can actually do something to try to make this franchise a little bit better. I'm not very optimistic. I'll just put it that way. Let's see if we've got any players that are ready to negotiate that's worth bringing back. Yeah, we do. And let's see. Sorry that the screen is going so fast. 31-year-old, he has no interest in signing. Tier Tart has no interest in signing. Herbert has no interest in signing. Cody Whitehair, you know what? He's the only one that's actually wanting to. Let me just go ahead and bring him back on a player-friendly deal. Yeah, such a great team you're signing with. I'm just going to let these other guys walk. Let me see if I can offer this guy a little bit of money, because yeah, he's going to test free agency. And I don't really... Caleb Farley, I traded for him from the Titans. Let me see if I can give him a little bit more money, maybe up his contract a little bit, and cool, that'll work. And I don't want to use the franchise tag on any of these guys, and I don't really, okay. We got $24 million, not a lot. Well, after we spent almost $100 million last offseason, no wonder we don't have any money. But hey, we got Bosa, and we got some good players last season. We may be able to sign one. Let's see what we got going on here. Jalen Waddle. Okay, there's Trey Smith. What do we need? We need everything. We need absolutely everything. Let me see if I can't throw some money at Trey Smith's way. Maybe I can convince him to bring his... He doesn't want to come here. Maybe a whole bunch of money will make him change his mind. So let's see where we're at. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm gonna have to give him some more money. You know what? I'm gonna give him a. I'm gonna give him a. I don't have enough money. Oh boy. I can't. I'm just gonna have to leave it like it is, and we'll see. I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to sign anybody. Dadgummit. And I'm just, instead of trying to make big signing or doing a bunch of smaller signings, I'm trying, since I'm only doing this for 5 seasons, I'm just trying to just throw a bunch of money around and see what we can do. Um, Oh, no way. Okay. I was not expecting that right there. We signed Trey Smith, gave him a bunch of money, and for some crazy reason, he decided to come to Chicago. Heck yes. Now that's exciting. I was not expecting that. I thought that we didn't have a chance in that. Okay. That's a starter right there for the rest of our rebuild. I'll take an 89 overall right guard. Yep. I only got $9 million left, and I'm not doing anything with it. We're going to go straight into... We're going to sim straight to the draft and see if I can draft at least one halfway decent player. Because again, with this team, we need everything. We've won 3 games, 6 games, and 5 games. That is not good. My butt would have already been fired if I was a head coach. You can't survive in the NFL doing garbage like that. So, yeah. So let's see. What do we... Top team needs center, free safety, middle linebacker. All right, maybe I can find one of those in the draft.
Next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock.
I'm actually picking third. Let's see if anybody's offering me anything that's... Yeah, everybody's just offering me picks. I need players. And I know picks are good. If I was doing this long term and doing a realistic rebuild, then I would do that. I would trade for extra picks, but I just don't have time for that. Don't have time for that mess. Let's see. Good at left tackle. Left end, let's see if we can't. I'm not going to try to spend too much time on this. That guy's pretty good, but we need a center. But I don't want to draft a center in the number 3 overall pick. Let's look at this quarterback. Much as I hate to think of drafting a quarterback since we already have one. But this guy, awareness A, deep accuracy A, short accuracy A, under pressure A. Ooh-wee. Keith Green may be the guy. You know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to draft this guy, and we're going to trade Bryce Young. Here we go. All right, he looks like he should be in Chicago. Wow. 94 throw power, 81 speed. We may just got the best player in the draft. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to skip ahead to the end of the draft, and we'll see how good we did. We may have just blew that pick. I don't know, but we're going to try it and see if we can't trade Bryce Young. Maybe we can get something for him. I want a player. I don't want draft picks. I want a player. Let's see here. Draft recap. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, a 76 overall. Eesh. Let's see what the best player in the... Oh! So we drafted the second best player in the entire draft behind a middle linebacker at quarterback. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Now we need to see if we can't do something different with our quarterback that we already have on the roster. Probably going to see if we can't. I'm thinking maybe that we could potentially get something of interest for him. I'm wondering if I should just put him on the trade block. You know what? Let's do that. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see if I can't. See if there's not a team. No. He's an 85 overall. I bet I could get something pretty decent for him. The Niners, the Giants. The Jaguars, really? How about the Jets? I wonder if I could get. I wonder if I could get me a starter. What if we get Sauce Gardner for him? Hey, let's try it and see. Oh, that's close. Hold on. How about... Yes, sir. That may have been dumb, but we got Sauce Gardner, a 93 overall young cornerback, which I love cornerbacks in this game. We traded Bryce Young, our quarterback, and the number 3 pick in the draft. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we got going on now. Let me look at our roster here and see if I... Look at there. Gardner is the number 2 rated player on our entire team. Our defensive backfield should be absolutely stocked now. You got Gardner, Trayvon Diggs, Jalen Johnson, Bryce Hall. I mean, you've got good cornerbacks all the way down the road. I like it. That makes me happy. That really does. So let's go ahead and advance to the playoffs and see where we're at. I'm pretty excited about this team, and let's see what kind of a decision I made with drafting a new quarterback. Here we go. Well, here we go again. 7-10. At least we didn't finish in the bottom. Let's see what we did. I probably screwed up by getting rid of... Well, I don't know. Offense 29th. Defense 3rd. Now we're talking. Our defense really stood up. Okay, so I'm liking... Our quarterback had a really good season. Not bad for a rookie season. So, we still are not getting any production on the ground. Not the kind that I like. Especially up in Chicago. You're going to be running the ball a lot up there. Still, Juju had an amazing season. 15 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Shepard had almost 1,000 yards. Claypool doing pretty good. Michael Thomas, we're paying him a lot of money to only get 374 yards. Yeah. Defense, again, they were 3rd overall. Wow. 3 players with double-digit tackles for loss. I like that. Nick Bosa, of course, coming up big. Derek Brown. Wow, okay. I'm good with our defense. Our defense seems to be doing good. Our quarterback seems to be doing good. So, again, we still got a ways to go, though. I mean, this is the end of year 3. We've got 2 more years left in this rebuild to see if we can do anything for this team. And the highest we've won is 7 games. Hoo-wee. Let's send this thing to the offseason and get into our next season and see what we can do. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see who won everything. Not that I care. Tampa Bay won. Yay. MVP, Dak Prescott. Yay. Hey, we got the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'll take that. Our quarterback did. That'll work. Okay. That's good for That's a nice upgrade. Let's go ahead and just let the computer upgrade all of our players. I'm just going to let them do it. We don't have a lot of time to hang out doing that kind of stuff. Let's just get over here and see if we've got. Oh boy, we have like no money whatsoever. Mm. This is going to be a tough year as far as we may not be able to sign anybody, it doesn't look like. Is that $11 million? Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Good grief. So this is what happens when you. Which there's only one player that I'm really. Oh gosh. I'm going to. I don't even think. No, I don't have enough cap space. Mm, I don't have. I can't make him any deal. I don't even have. I don't even have enough to even get a deal. Just a. You know what? Let me do this. Let me see if I can't. Nope. It's not going to work. I can't even. I can't even make a deal low enough where I can franchise tag Gardner. Oh, well, that's bad. Let's see if I can. Man. Okay, I'm going to make him this offer right here. And he doesn't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to franchise tag him. Oh, that just put us $14 million in the hole. So, needless to say, it doesn't matter who's available in free agent. We're going to have to go straight through this. You know what? I'm not even going to. I'm just going to sim to next season because it's not good. This is not good. This. Wow. So I knew that starting a franchise with the Bears, I knew that it was going to be difficult because they've got a lot of issues. Um, and I think I may have hurt us a little bit as well by signing a couple of years ago, signing all those big, huge free agents, which they're big names and they're very good players, but they have nobody around them. So I think that's been my. I'll take a little bit of the blame for this, even though when I took over this team was trash anyway, and the way they're looking, they're going to continue to be that way. So, yeah, not looking good. Not looking good up in Big Bear country. Because again, I don't think that I would be able to keep my job uh, with all these losing seasons. I mean, we have an 87 overall defense. Let's look at our roster and uh, so we've got our quarterback is the quarterback of the future. We know what he can do. Um, you know what? I need to. I'm going to try to make a trade for another running back. Yep, I'm good with. I mean, everything else is. Hmm. Our offensive line's no good. Nick Bosa, he's amazing, of course. Derek Brown's good. Bobby Bennett's good. I mean, we've got some good players on defense. Let me see real quick if I can't get any kind of interest. Wait, let's see if there's any free agent running backs available. Probably not. Nope. Other than the guy we let go not long ago. Draft a fullback or sign a fullback. No. Nope, not doing any of that. Um, Let's see if I can trade for one. Let's see. Oh gosh, I have $11 million in cap. Ugh. Oh boy. Let me. I usually don't like doing this. I'm gonna see if I can't. No. There's a way you turn off the cap penalties. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. Let's see what kind of... We only have $6 million in cap penalties, and... Yeah, let's clear that. But it's still not going to matter. I don't have any money. Yeah, see how when I say that this is an unrealistic rebuild, I mean, you're not going to be able to do that right there in a... And I'm still 11.4. I just got rid of the cap penalties. Let me see. Okay, so what I'll do is see if I can't... Of course, I'm gonna unload some draft picks here. And I'm going to trade one of my big name players that's costing me a lot of money. See if I can find somebody that's not really doing anything. You know, Michael Thomas. Let me see if I can't. So I'm wanting a running back. That's what I need. And see if I can't. You know what? Let's see if Joe Mixon. I know there's probably no way this. Yeah, of course it'll put me over the cap. But I got to find somebody that's actually got some room. The Bills look like they do, but I don't know if they've got anybody that I'm... No. Absolutely not. Let's see. I've got to find somebody that's... No. Chargers has $41 million in cap space. Austin Eckler. There's no chance that's going to happen, is it? Okay, so I traded my first, my second, and Michael Thomas, who got me pretty much zero, for a 92 overall Austin Eckler as my new running back. Nice. Okay, that makes me happy in year 4. Heck yes. Let's look at the roster now. That right there definitely improves our running back issues. Austin Eckler, baby. Sorry, Ethan. You're definitely dropped down on the depth chart there. Austin Eckler is our guy now. Got plenty of running backs. Good grief. So let's see here what we can do. Let's... We'll see what can happen. All right, here we go. Heck yes, look at there. We are 13-4. My goodness, that was a nice turnaround. Let's see what the difference was here. The 21st overall offense and the first in defense. Now that's more like it up in Chicago. Would have liked to see more yards, but I like only 8 interceptions, 38 touchdowns, 66% percentage completion. Austin Eckler, 1,200 yards. That's what I like to see. Almost 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Receiving Juju, again, Claypool from the tight end position is doing exactly what he needs to. And we did not miss a beat with not having Michael Thomas there. Owen Popo, one of our picks from a few years back, he has turned into a really good player for us. Ooh, I like that. Both Nick Bosa and Derek Brown both had over 15 sacks. Like that. Sauce Gardner had 5 interceptions. Trayvon Diggs, I mean, not bad. Let's see what we can do in the playoffs. I'm actually really shocked. I mean, we get a first-round bye here. That's crazy. Wow. Let's see what the playoff bracket looks like. I mean, goodness, who would have expected us to get a first-round bye, to be the first seed in the tournament? Now we got to play Green Bay. Beautiful. This is just great. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's just advance this week and see what can happen here. And we get destroyed. My goodness, 45-10 by the 7th seed Green Bay Packers. I guess I should have played that game. But I certainly didn't think that the Packers would destroy us like that in a big rivalry game, but there you go. Let's see who ended up winning this whole thing. Green Bay ended up winning the whole thing since, hey, we were Coach of the Year. Please sub Coach of the Year. At least we got beat by the eventual world champions there. So we've got one more season. And hopefully we're going to be able to sign a few players and maybe make one last run here. Because this right here this coming up season will be our 5th and final season to see if we can't do anything. So we got $59 million. Let's see who we can re-sign. Sauce Gardner, I don't think so. I may try to... I've got some things in mind. You know what? Let's see if we can't... Okay, yeah, we'll bring him back on a very... Hey, look at there. It's amazing what money will do, right? Skoronski, yeah, we picked him up a while back. Let's give him a player-friendly deal. I'm going to try to sign everybody I can. Whoa, what's that? A deal maker. What did I... Re-sign a 90 overall player. Okay, great. Joey Porter Jr., yep, bring you back. I'm spending a lot of money here. Oh, and he doesn't want to come back. Owen Popo, that's one that I'm definitely... I want to make sure. This guy right here has been a good one. There we go. He's coming back. Got some other players that they're okay. So we're going to... I'm going to do a little something different here, and I'll show you here in just a second what I'm planning on doing. So we're going to do something. We've got $16 million in finances. We done really good last year. We did 13-4, but this is our last season. This is the last season I'm playing. So I'm going to do something here that, like I said, it's not realistic. I'm going to go down here to this little button here, and I'm going to turn the salary cap off for this one season. And I am going to spend money like money grows on trees, because apparently it does up in Chicago. And I'm going to sign everybody we can possibly sign and just see if me spending hundreds of $1 millions can at least bring a championship to Chicago in our last season. So here we go. Jair Alexander, yeah, absolutely. I think you should definitely be a Chicago Bear. And I'm going to give you so much money, there's no way you can turn it down. How about a 3-year, almost a $92 million contract? Yep, that's what I thought. You'll definitely take that. I'm good on tight end. Defensive tackle, yes. Very friendly. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and give you a bunch of money too. I've got a good defensive tackle already. This guy be my backup. An 88 overall backup? Yep, I think so. Left end, absolutely. Would you like some money? We have a left end, but that's okay. You can be our backup left end at 85 overall. And I'm going to give you a bunch of money too. Yep. Hey, sometimes I just like doing this. Sometimes I just like saying, you know what? What if all of these players or all of these teams just decided they were just going to break the bank and just spend as much money as they could? Of course, that wouldn't happen in the NFL. There's no way that could happen, but it's fun to do. It's a video game, for crying out loud. We're playing a video game, so we're going to see how good we can make this team. You know what? We might as well sign Dallas Goedert too. He's up there. Oh, we can only do so much at a time. I forgot. Dallas Goedert, yeah, you need to come on. You could be pretty good. You and Chase Claypool could be pretty decent together. Who else do we want to sign? Jawan Taylor? Sure. 5-year deal. Don't even care about how much money. Just enough to get you there. Yep, that should do it. Middle linebacker. I like our middle linebacker, so I'm going to let him continue to be our starter. Free safety, Darnell Savage. Yeah, I think we could very player friendly. Yeah, let's do that. Again, what is money amongst friends? You know, what else do I need? I'm good at quarterback. I'm good at, you know what? Why not get a big fat tight end? Or whatever this guy's called, a fullback. Yeah, we've already got a fullback that's good. So we'll sign another one. Why not? Wide receiver, we've already signed Donovan Peoples-Jones. I don't want anybody else right now. Tight end, we've got one that should be coming. You know what? Why not? Let's get some depth. Let's get some depth around here. Again, we're playing. This is our last season. We're going to see if we can't win a championship. At least one. I mean, oh yeah, that's all I can do. Let's see who I've signed. Nope, that's not mine. Good grief. What am I thinking? Okay, let's go to our next week and see. We'll continue spending money like crazy and see where we're at very, very quickly. So we find Jair Alexander, Kenny Clark, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Saiki Aka, Jawan Taylor, Darnell Savage, Dylan Parham, and Alec Ingold. Let's see who else is available that. Hey, how about the Honey Badger? Yeah, I like him. Let's go ahead and throw some money his way. He's getting old. That's okay. Don't care. Let's see if there's any other players that do we have? Let's see here. Available. That's what I need to look at, don't I? Harold Landry. Sure, why not? Let's do a very player-friendly deal. I mean, come on. It's not like you're old or anything. All right, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna go ahead and sim to the regular season and look at our team after that and see if we can't have at least one breakout season for everybody and see if we can't at least make the playoffs again. I mean, we won 13 games last year, so maybe we can. Maybe. Fingers crossed. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade our players. Let the computer do that. Yep, there we go. Let's look at our team real quick. See where we're at. I think we got a pretty decent ball club here. Our quarterback is still good. Austin Eckler is still good. Our two fullbacks are good. Okay, we should be good as far as wide receivers. Tight end. We didn't get Dallas Goedert. Wow. Okay, I don't guess we didn't give him the option of enough money. Okay, our offensive line looks good. Yes, sir. Happy with that. No, we don't have a left end. That's perfect. Okay. Okay, everybody's progressing nicely. Good grief. A 96, 95, 92, and 88 is your top 4 corners. How's anybody going to pass on us? If our defense is anything less than number 1, then I'm going to be very disappointed. All right, let's see what we can do. We're going to advance this to the playoffs and see where we're at. All right, and here we go. We actually made the playoffs again, won the division again. Let's see what kind of stats we had. 23rd in offense. Well, we just can't get it together on offense. Yes, defense is what I wanted to see. Good grief. I don't know if it's just the Bears playbook or what, but they're just not a really good team when it comes to offense. Wow. Had a lot of tackles for losses. I like that. Yeah, our defense was stout. Yes, sir. Let's just see if we can see how far we can make it. Again, this is our last little bit. And remember, we spent a ton of money. Let's upgrade these players. Just let the computer do it real quick before we start these here playoffs. See what we can do. Oh, and we actually beat the Seahawks 35-14. Wow. Okay, I'm shocked there. And we're playing against we're pretty even when it comes to overalls with the Cowboys. So let's see if we can actually beat them. Let's hope so. I mean, good grief. If I get beat by the Cowboys, I'm going to be so disappointed. And I did. I got beat by the Cowboys. But I have to say, contract extended, of course it is. Let's just see who won the whole thing, and then I'll give you my final recap on this Bears team that I tried to rebuild for 5 years. And yeah, I was really hoping to bring a Super Bowl. We made the playoffs a few times, and okay, the Cowboys ended up winning, which is a terrible thing. It's going to be really hard when I have to rebuild the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, I may just move them to like somewhere in like Alaska or something like that. But anyway, that's for a different video, of course. But all in all, this was fun. It was extremely challenging, and I just made the playoffs twice out of 5 years. The Bears they're not an easy team to rebuild, even with turning the salary cap off in the last season and spending a couple of $100 million or whatever on contracts. So, guys, thank you very much for those who hung out with me. I appreciate that. That's awesome. You guys have been amazing. Thanks for all the support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff you know to do. Let me know down below what you think of this. I'm going to be starting another rebuild of, I think the Houston Texans are the next team that's as far as the worst teams in the NFL. I'm going